Hello everyone. One aspect of science that is simple and awe-inspiring is evolutionary theory. Every living thing on Earth only exists because its ancestors survived and managed to reproduce. It's a super simple idea that only becomes confusing when we look into the details. A few months ago, I watched a YouTube video from a Christian channel. They were talking about 10 things that were wrong with evolutionary theory. The arguments presented were really poor though, and it was clear to me that they just didn't understand some of the science, and that maybe they just didn't want to. It was that ridiculous. The only objection that has some merit to me is the idea that there is insufficient evidence. People sometimes talk about missing links because we don't have fossils for every single species that ever lived. But doing science is a bit like doing a jigsaw puzzle. You can sometimes see what it is before you have finished putting in all the pieces. And if you don't have all the remaining pieces, it doesn't matter so much. You'd like to put all the pieces into place, but you don't have to. In any case, there is a song that explains evolution in just 2 lines. Just one, really, if you don't need the full story. The song is called A Hazy Shade of Winter, and it's by Simon and Garfunkel. The lines I'm talking about are the opening lines of the song. It starts with, "Time, time, time. See what's become of me." That line has 3 components. The first part just tells you how much time is involved. Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say. The second part is just one word, see. In a way, it's remarkable that reality preserves so much that has gone before. What would life be like if nothing was preserved? But the past does endure, at least for a while, and even before humans started writing things down, Mother Nature managed to preserve a great deal. The last part of the line is about change and identity. Evolution would not be possible without change, and yet we might all be descended from just one living thing. We might all have one common ancestor. Perhaps it was just one single cell that developed a way to make life multicellular. It wasn't human, but one day it would become human, and all the other multicellular species too. The next line in the song is, "While I looked around for my possibilities, I was so hard to please." The first part of that line expresses the idea that life explores every possibility. Life is only constrained by the laws of physics and chemistry. It's what people mean when they talk about the diversity of life. It's incredible how many different species exist and how many have existed. The second part reflects how challenging life is and how demanding we all are. This aspect is natural selection, and it's the part that gave rise to the phrase survival of the fittest. It's funny, because I don't see all this as a coincidence really. The song is about the changes in a person's life, and perhaps our thoughts and experiences evolve in a similar way to life itself? Let me know what you think.